The agent they murdered. You knew him?
He was a friend of mine.
Sorry for your loss.
I could say it comes with a job, but it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. Guess you've been down here a while.
I've been living as Karen Bowman, international aid worker, for just about 5 years. Means living rough, but as a cover, it gets me out and about.
At least it comes with a chopper.
How'd you get in country? I flew in business class from Manaus. Hey, I'm refreshed and ready for work, right? I just hitched rides from Barranco, Peru. How about you?
I got on board a bus in Jujuy, Argentina, and drank all the way to Villazon. Nobody wants to deal with a drunk on the bus.
That explains why you smell like ass.
I've heard rumors about you guys. I was a rookie field officer in Moscow when the coup went down. There was talk you were involved?
Must have been someone else. We were never there.
It's not every day you get to meet an urban legend in the flesh.
You should tell that to my kid. Maybe he'd listen when I tell him to take the trash out.
Is it hard being someone who doesn't officially exist?
You tell me, Karen Bowman, international aid worker.
I'm sure you've seen the horrible, fucked up shit humans are capable of when there are zero repercussions. But let me tell you right now, no matter how you compartmentalize, how you desensitize, you can't prepare for El Sueño. He's got a religious streak that rates pretty close to delusional. He's taken vows of poverty, chastity. If he's not in it for the chocha or the money, he's in it for the power. This joint task force is CIA, DEA, and JSOC. I'm your resident spook for this ride. Welcome to Operation Kingslayer.
Our briefing said there'd be a contingent of locals.
The Qatar is 26. They're a group of rebels who've been giving Unidad and Santa Blanca some resistance. We'll meet their leader, Pakatari, as soon as we touch down. The Libyans have a long history of hating us Yankees, but this time, let's hope the enemy of my enemy will be my friend. But don't turn your back on him. I'm not going to.
Soldiers. This is the help you promised? That Sandoval promised? A single Yankee died, so you send a handful of soldiers. Hundreds of Bolivians have died from Santa Blanca's bullets. Where will my hundreds of soldiers come from?
As Americans, we aren't here, remember? These soldiers are the best covert ops team our country has to offer. With their help, you won't need hundreds of soldiers.
Are you familiar with the word Huber, Senora Bowman?
Meet Pakatari, leader of the resistance group Qatar's 26. We will be working with the rebels to destabilize Santa Blanca's organization. They've been fighting Santa Blanca and corrupt Bolivian officials for nearly 6 years now. We'll need to coordinate targets.
There's no time for this. We have information on Amaru's whereabouts.
Amaru? You found him? Amaru is one of the founders of the Qatar's 26.
More than that, our group is founded on his ideas. Without his theories of an agrarian proletariat, there would be no organized resistance against Santa Blanca and the corruption in our government. Amaru must be saved. If you were to assist my people, it would do much to earn my confidence.
Where is he?
We do not know exactly. We know he is in this province and that there is a Santa Blanca lieutenant who knows where he is.
I'll put a call into the activity, see if they can dig more intel out of the airwaves. Start looking for that lieutenant and keep me informed of everything via sat phone. Good hunting.
Saving Amaru is important to our cause, Yankee. Make sure you don't kill the Santa Blanca lieutenant before you get the chance to ask him questions.
Time to earn your pay, people. Put on your game faces.
I tell you, I'm not too comfortable working with Pakatari and these rebels. Their kind of ideology always ends up with more bodies in the ground.
What's your feeling on this op, Nomad?
End of the day, this is a revenge mission. We need to focus and get this done quick before we get stuck between local politics and a firestorm of cartel bullets. First objective, track down that Santa Blanca lieutenant so we can find Amaru.
Hooah!
Drone is up.
We should have a PSYOP unit down here, don't you think? Or MISO, or whatever they're called now.
Shit, there might be one here already for all we know. Bowman plays her cards close to the chest.
You don't think Bowman's got other operators out here?
You think the activity's just a bunch of chairborne rangers? They might not be throwing lead, but somebody else is out here. Frag out. Come mierda, culeros. Let's go.
So there's this army ranger on leave out in my neck of the woods, and he decided he wanted to get himself a pair of alligator boots. But you know, we're talking a ranger here. He wasn't gonna go over to a shoe store. No, he gets himself a knife and heads out to the bayou to get him a gator and make some boots for himself. So he gets off the highway and heads back into the country and finds a little bake shop near the edge of the swamp. He asks the man where he can find himself a gator, and the man gives him directions into the bayou.
This doesn't end with banjo music, does it?
Just let me tell the story, okay? Anyway, the guy at the bait shop says, "Look here, while you're out there, keep an eye out for these 2 Marines I sent in a couple days ago. They were after gator boots too, and they should have been back by now." Ranger says he'll keep an eye out for him, and heads into the bayou. He follows the man's directions and heads way out into the swamp. When he gets to where he's going, sure enough, he sees these 2 Marines standing up to their waists in the water. Over on the shore nearby, there's like 20 dead gators in the mud. Now, as the ranger watches the gator swim up to the Marines, this jarhead jumps on the gator and kills it with his knife, drags it up on the shore, flips it over, and looks at the gator's feet. He said, "Damn it! This one ain't got on no boots either." Okay, we're still good. I think they found your pal.
Take cover. Hang in there, I'm coming your way.
Fucking hell!
¿Qué chingados esperas? ¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Here they come. What's the play, boss?
Got one.
Clear.
Got the route of a cartel supply chopper here. Should make it easy to intercept and reroute it toward the rebels. Let's get to it.
Think about that. That clap one had, he gave it
gave it to his wife Karina, and now the product ain't moving. Because Karina found out Gerardo was cheating on her, and she went after him with a fucking frying pan, and everybody's shirt is on fire and bloody. So grab up your fucking banana. It's a good life choice, and it's good for business. You're gonna get made, hang back. Built the hornet's nest. Clear on this side. Keep those weapons down. We want these people on our side. Watch it, you just killed a civilian.
Weapons
There's
down,
an Air Force
gentlemen. We're not
colonel
trying
and
to
a
scare
Delta
anybody
operator
here.
sitting next to each other on a flight out of King Khalid.
Is this the one where the Delta operator skins the Air Force colonel and
Got the
wears him
vibe.
like a suit?
What? No, different story.
Oh man, I love that one.
Anyway, they're both headed back home after a long deployment. The Delta guy's been out in the desert doing, Delta stuff, and he just wants to rack out for a while. But the Air Force colonel, he's on, his 8th espresso, and he's feeling chatty. So the colonel says, hey, you want to play a game to pass the time? It's a great game, you'll love it. Here's how it works. I ask you a question. If you can't answer it, you pay me $5. Then you get to ask me a question. If I can't answer it, I pay you $500. The Delta guy sighs and thinks it over. Go ahead, he says. The Colonel grins, What's the distance between Earth and Neptune, he says. The Delta operator thinks a minute. Finally, he frowns and reaches into his pocket and hands over $5. The Air Force guy, he grins. He figures he's gonna take this Delta guy for all he's worth. Your turn. The operator looks him in the eye. He says, what goes up a hill on 4 legs but comes down again on 3? Then he lowers his head and he goes back to sleep. The Colonel thinks and thinks. He gets out his smartphone and scours the internet for answers, but he can't find it. He calls up his buddies back in Saudi and asks them for help, but they can't find the answer either. Finally, the Colonel admits defeat, pulls out $500, wakes up the Delta guy, and hands the money over. The operator pockets the money without a word and closes his eyes again. But the Colonel just can't let it go. He wakes the Delta guy up. He says, I gotta know. What goes up a hill on 4 legs but comes down again on 3? The Delta guy stares at the Colonel for a second. Then he reaches in his pocket, hands the Colonel $5, and goes back to sleep. Giving yourself away. Engage.
Shit, what?
Gringos, hijos de su puta madre. Métanle en la verga a todos esos putos. ¡Mátenlos!
Oh shit, we've been spotted. Get to cover. Move!
Damn, that was close. Drone. Just spotted one with submachine guns. I'm spotting another tango. A baby makes 3.
huevo, pero eso solo cubre la salpicadura de sangre, güey. No el pinche olor a puerco.
I got a Sicario with a submachine gun. By the mine site. I'm opening fire. Take cover!
Their LT's trying to run.
We done? Shit, kinda got all excited there.
Hang on, I'll drive.
Go ahead without me.
I'm in. Let's go.
Frag out.
Go on, I'll meet you.
Between the corruption and the cartel, those farmers got it hard.
Farming
Nice
ain't
move,
never
dumbass.
easy.
You just hit a civilian. What the fuck you do that for? That was a civilian. We ain't here to run down civilians, dipshit. Nice move, dumbass. You just hit a civilian. We got hostiles in the area.
Drone is airborne. Got another tango. I got a target carrying submachine guns. Don't want to spook the target. Switch to suppressors.
Roger. Let me get in position. Ready to engage.
Got eyes on the target. Let's move.
¿Quién es?
¿Todo bien?
No es nada.
¡No te escondan, cobarde!
¿Qué chingados esperan? ¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Shit, they're headed this way. What should we do?
¿Dónde se metieron?
Frag out. Get some.
Firing! Tango down.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
Eyes up, we got hostiles in the area. All right, we're good. We rattled the cage.
¡Escondan, maricas! Me lleva la chingada. Muerto un cajón de cheros. Los voy a encontrar, putos.
Fuck, man.
Puta, no los veo.
Frag out.
You're in trouble. Get down. I'm engaging tangos.
clear over here. God, these fuckers are sloppy. We got hostiles in the area.
The drone is up. Just spotted one with submachine guns. Got a third target.
Hey, we got a narco by the watchtower.
Más cara que lo que te dije, pero vale la pena. No te vas a arrepentir.
Silencio, marche.
Pinche cabrón.
Here's the deal, asshole. You answer my questions or I put a bullet in your gut and leave you to die in your own shit. Lo entiendes?
Chill the fuck out, cabrón. What do you want?
Amaru, where can I find him?
You serious? That's what this is about? Sure thing. He's at Atoya Farm. Go on. Then you can see what we do to people who fuck with us. People like you.
We need to get this done in a hurry. Amaru's an old man. He's not gonna last long under torture.
Shit, if they've been working on him for a while, there's a good chance he's already dead.
Maybe. Maybe not. Amaru's a major player in the rebel movement. The cartel will keep him alive as long as they can to find out what he knows.
We can't afford to take any chances. There's too much riding on this. Let's move. Let's get moving. The cartel ain't gonna wait around for us to track down and rescue Amaru. take out a third.
Esos cuatro cabrones que se chingan a todos los que se les ponen enfrente hasta que se tocan conmigo. A mí no me da pena.
Ya va siendo hora de comer, ¿no?
I got another. That's 5.
Yo sí vi esos cabrones de los que hablan. No se me hicieron la gran cosa, la neta.
¿Y le dijiste eso a su jefa?
Hang back, you see it?
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Ya oíste hablar de esos güeyes, cabrón? Sí, los cabrones que se chingan a todos los que...
Parece que va a llover. Relax, I'm stoking.
This is media forms. If you're a buchona like I am, your entire life you will call your pussy Madonna. For me, my mother was the first person to call me Madonna. Then it was the other niños at school. As I got older, it was boyfriends.
El sueño. The sicarios have found the escaped prisoner in the village of Culta. What a wonderful name for a town. They were protecting him? See. The village is known to Unidad as a haven for rebels. Why do these rebels even bother? Kill them all. The whole village. Visit divine wrath upon Culta. And wipe it off the face of the earth. Claro. Al rato.
Get what they fucking
Roger that. Move it.
They don't make millions of dollars a month shipping products
Say the word,
all over
boss.
the world. They don't have a hacienda or hundreds of sicarios.
No.
Hang tight, I'm heading your way.
Ugh, fuck, took you so long.
Has been experiencing a boom in the last few years. Some recent events are a little bit difficult, right? To talk about it all, here's another message from the man himself, El Sueño.
Many of our Santa Blanca hermanos have recently died, and I do not blame those of you who have your doubts about our place in Bolivia. But I want you about me. Do
These supplies will buy us a lot of goodwill from the rebels.
But Joe did not lose faith. His children are told that Joe was rewarded for his faith, that his wealth was replaced, his family was replaced, and his sores were healed. But that is not the book's true lesson. The true lesson is that Job changed his relationship to God, forced God himself to reflect on what he had done to his faithful. Out of this confrontation with God, Job became a new man because God now understood and respected him. As we read your words, as we face our own trials, keep our faith. On the far side of this conflict, you too will be brought to God's
Keep those weapons down. We want these people on our side. Hola.
Ready? Open fire.
Roger.
Las mejores fotos. Los mejores videos y los mejores reportajes para que sientas todo el poder de la Santa Blanca. Sigue el Bolivia Mochor Blog y suscríbete a nuestras redes sociales.
Yepex banda, DJ Perico en la casa. Unfortunately, with some personal tragedy that I feel I need to share. My homie Bernardo was killed last night, and some of the violence that's been plaguing our little corner of Bolivia these days. Este way, like one of many, am I right? But Bernardo, he's my boy. We came out of LA together. When I was 14, I got a second base with his big sister Beatriz. He used to want to be a corrido singer. Can you believe it? He was a big fan of El Chido and all those guys. But he found his place with Santa Blanca, pulling a trigger shoulder to shoulder with a lot of you other plebes. All I'm saying, what I'm asking...
Ready? Fire, fire, fire!
Copy that.
Hey, como anda?
Fucking hell! Ready? Open fire.
Roger. Como va? All right, let's roll.
So an Army Ranger, a Recon Marine, a SEAL, and a Delta operator are sitting around a campfire. Here we go. The Ranger, being a Ranger, starts bragging about how tough he is. You think you guys are tough, he says. I parachuted behind enemy lines, done a 50-mile night march, and killed a dozen terrorists with my bare hands. The Recon Marine is like, man, that ain't shit. I've landed on a beach in the dark, marched 60 miles without stopping, and killed 50 terrorists with my bare hands.
Marines can talk? I call bullshit.
Anyway, the SEAL is like, bitch, please. I've swam 70 miles from a submarine, landed on a beach, marched 80 miles without stopping, and then strangled a whole damn terrorist camp with my bare hands. The SEAL gives him all this big shit-eating grin and turns to the Delta operator. Top that, he says. The Delta guy doesn't say a word. He just...
Bowman, this is Nomad. We're on the ground in Okoro. What have you got for us?
Okoro is the heart of cocaine production in Bolivia. The network there was built by El Yayo and predates Santa Blanca by more than a decade. When El Yayo joined the cartel and became the boss of production, he handed Okoro off to his grandson, who goes by the name El Emisario.
The emissary.
He spends most of his time outside the province, rubbing shoulders with politicians in Sucre and greasing the wheels for the cartel. Not really his job, but the guy's something of a charmer, and he figures this is the best way to make his grandfather proud. El Yayo lets it slide so long as Okoro continues to produce. Fact is, the network is so well established that it pretty much runs itself. El Emisario's assistant handles the rest. Get in there, gather intel on Okoro's production sites, and start fucking things up. That'll put pressure on El Emisario to come back to Okoro and get things back on track before Granddad finds out. When that happens, we grab him and use him to get to El Yayo.
Getting an upload from Bowman. Looks like she's got some intel on El Emisario.
You all know El Yayo, highest-ranking Bolivian in the Santa Blanca cartel, and their head of cocaine production. But you may not know his grandson, Gonzalo Llana, aka El Emisario, the emissary. Yayo taught Emisario everything he knows. How to produce the best polvo in all of South America, how to maintain relationships with the local Bolivians, and most importantly, how to serve your Santa Blanca masters. Emisario looks up to Yayo, would do anything to honor him, to make him proud. Which is exactly what makes El Emisario the perfect target. His greatest fear is shaming his grandfather. If we hit his coke operation in Okoro, he'll come running back to fix things. That's when we grab him. With a little luck, he'll give us everything we need to know about dear old Grandpa.
Tango's by the food crate.
Clear on this side. Maybe we can keep the guns down. Civilians are scarce.
Familiarize yourselves with Bowman's briefing on Santa Blanca's coke production pipeline.
People at the top are El Yayo and La Gringa.
Yayo's Bolivian, an ex-cocalero turned cocaine producer. Gringa seems to be a disgraced chemist. She used to work for an NGO here in Bolivia before joining up with the cartel.
El Yayo was born amidst the Bolivian coca. His mother carried him on her back until he was old enough to go to work for himself. For decades, Yayo picked the leaves, fingers blistered, back aching, feet bleeding. But never, in all that time, did he once extract the alkaloids to make cocaine. To Yayo, the coca leaf was an ancient tradition, going back 8,000 years, a medicine, a culture, una planta sagrada. Of course, the Americanos had a different opinion. They called it Plan Dignidad, the dignity plan. Although Yayo was no more than a farmer, un cocalero, his world was left in ruins. With no other means available, he was forced to do the one thing that he vowed never to do. He was forced to produce cocaine. In the end, the Americans' efforts to stop cocaine production created one of the greatest cocaine producers to ever live.
What's that about?
Hey. Man, y'all never let me drive anymore. Just 'cause that one time?
Open fire.
Están fuera de nuestro control. ¡Manden la puta patrulla! ¡Aguanten, cabrones! Hay una patrulla que va hacia ustedes.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
We got more Sicarios incoming. All ass before that thing blows.
People by the fire look like refugees.
Between last year's wildfires, Unidad, and the cartel, there are plenty of reasons why these guys might be sleeping rough.
Man.
¿Qué chingados esperas? ¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Oh shit, here they come. Find some fucking cover! Hang on, I'm coming.
Thanks.
No hay nadie aquí. Esos cabrones estaban aquí y se largaron. Vamos a seguir buscando. ¡Órale!
Clear over here.
I'll drive.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
Engaged. Heads up, hostile presence. Yo, cartel gunman.
I don't see him.
In the field.
Drone is airborne. I see a second target, Tango number 3. Here's target number 5, Tango marked, but he's got a civilian nearby.
Coming up on a Toyo farm. Remember, a lot of these Sicarios are ex-military.
ID your targets. If Amaru gets killed by a stray round, Operation Kingslayer will be dead in the water before it even starts. Let's go.
I got 2 Sicarios. In the barn. Find some cover, fast!
¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Oh fuck, they're heading this way.
Going on.
Fucking hell!
I got you, man. Just hang tight. I'm heading your way.
Fuck, took you so long! Clear. How we doing?
Quiero pensar que está pesando. Y es demasiado. Sé que alguien me escucha, cabrones. Sé que están ahí. Así que escuchen bien. La rebelión no perdona. Entiendan, carajo. Agarraron a la persona que no debían. Exijo que me saquen ahora mismo de aquí, bestias. Dios se acordará de usted. Lo que ha hecho por mí no tiene precio.
Are you Amaru?
What's left of him anyway?
Come on, we're getting you out of here.
Guns down. We don't need to frighten these people.
You know, when I signed on for this op, I never imagined we'd be still in vaccines and shutting down a relief agency.
For real. This NGO is some diabolical shit. Here we are trying to help these people, but it feels like we're the bad guys.
Don't lose sight of the fact that the only reason the cartel is doing this is because they're using the locals for their own ends.
What's the alternative? We let these people starve? They've got nothing, man. And the government isn't going to step in. You and I both know that.
I hear you, but if we do nothing, the cartel's going to use these people as soldiers, farmers, and mules. Santa Blanca's gonna work them like dogs and then spread more misery across the U.S. and South America. What I'm saying is that there is no easy answer. If there were, the cartel wouldn't have gotten this powerful in the first place.
Back to your friends.
Entonces, Pacatari has made his deal with the malditos extranjeros, the young fool.
Take it up with him, senor. Is it?
¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien?
Are you hurt?
Santa Blanca is not the most gracious of hosts. These Aucas, these demons they had questioning me. Let us say, their talk of love was enough to make me vomit. But their methods were not...
Were their names Yuri and Polito?
Sí, Yuri Polito.
These are the fucks that tortured Ricky Sandoval while Sueño questioned him. I want them bad.
We only saw run-of-the-mill Sicarios when we freed Amaru.
But I haven't seen Yuri and Polito in at least 3 days, maybe 4. I don't know where they are now.
We need more intel.
We'll search every village and camp until we find something.
Somebody's gotta know something. Gather documents, hack computers, interrogate hostile lieutenants, talk to civvies, whatever it takes.
We'll turn over every rock. Check it out. Weapons case. Heads up. Bowman's file on Yuri and Polito is coming through. That's the rundown.